through. Didn't bother me. That looked great, I thought. Especially when one of them hits the side, you're just blindsided by a body, and he's what's his name, Goring.
And then Goring's face, he doesn't even realize. Yeah, he doesn't even realize the blood's right there on his face, and then Trimagasi's wiping his face with the knife, saying that there's blood there. It's so funny. It has really good elements and side stories, dude. Like I wish like I knew more about the other people too and what they had to deal with, but it would be all pretty much the same, but like in a different format. Like the girl that she had an interesting story too. The girl that supposedly lost a child, but when you figure out the deeper secret is that she came in with nobody. She has no family. She has nothing. Most of these people get in there because either their life wasn't going so well. That makes me feel bad for Goring, because I feel like his life wasn't that bad or something, and he just chose like his death sentence, dude. Like it's pretty insane. Did you guys kind of figure out like the ending? Did you guys have like a thought on that? Like, what did you guys think? Like, was it the girl or was it the pina colada? What do you guys think on that?
You got me. I don't know. I think she was the little girl was the message. But as far as when the movie ends and he's like, they say like, oh no, you're not the bearer, and he just kind of walks away. And then there's like these lights around the girl, and then the movie just ends. I'm not sure. Is that like, was it just his destiny to bring her to that place? I don't know. Yeah,
because my homie from Mexico City, he explained like, oh, she's just an illusion. There was no girl there. It was all in their head the whole time. Like they imagined her and they basically made her the objective, but the whole time it was the pina colada. I'm not saying that this is confirmed, but it just goes to show, like you're saying, it's timeless and like it can go in so many ways, and we don't know how fucked up like that. They call it the administration, like it's fucked up. We don't know like who would have even assigned this shit to people, and like I don't know, like, you know what I mean? Would you rather do this or jail though? That's my.
Well, that's. I think that jail has a clear. Well, unless you're doing some kind of life sentence in prison, you have a clear end to your stint. In this, I feel like you know what I mean? Like that's not.
I mean, you could be stationed at level 250 and never get food.
Yeah.
And then have to eat somebody.
And I don't know if you guys know this, but when you eat humans or pieces of them, it like our bodies have something that makes you go connect. Yeah, you go crazy after a while when you've been a cannibal for too, like when you've digested too much human carcass or whatever you want to call us. It fucks up your brain and you go clinically crazy or whatever, which could kind of answer a lot of the weird questionable behavior in the film from the other inmates. But yeah, that's an actual proven thing where you can't be a cannibal and be normal.
Yeah. Because he was envisioning all of the people he's ate, like, throughout the whole movie. Even though Trimagasi's reign ended, he still kept appearing, like, mildly throughout the story, fucking with Goring. I thought that was a good aspect as well, too. Like, and I forgot her name. Was it Zorian? No, I forgot her name. Shit. The girl.
The lady that took him, that basically brought him in, correct? With the dog?
Yeah. There was so many side stories, and they all made sense, dude. Like, she was kind of fucked up because she knew what was going on, and I think that's also why she killed herself. Like, she didn't realize she was a part of this, and she said, fuck it. Like, there's a better way of not being a part of it, and that's just killing herself. Mm-hmm. Like, she probably felt bad, and she was honestly trying to help for a while, but there is no. I think there's just no hope when you're in the hole like that, dude. Like it just runs out, and it's like the craziest test for people to go through too.
I think
just for a fucking. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I think Imogori, she lost her shit when what's her name, Miharu, like murdered her dog.
Yeah,
yeah.
Her support animal,
which is fucked up. That upset me because I wasn't expecting them to be that brutal towards the dog, you know. Because I feel like most movies nowadays are they're afraid. They won't touch the animal. I feel like it's like almost like, oh, the animal's gonna be all right. You know, you have that kind of false sense of safety when an animal's on the screen, and this one kind of just rips that away from you. And the dog, although they don't show it, the dog is disemboweled, and it's just it's crazy.
Yeah,
and it's just out of nowhere too. But yeah, I think that had a big play in her deciding to hang herself instead of jumping. And then what's even more crazy is that this film pulls from arguably An American Werewolf in London, where our deceased characters get to stay and talk to him as in his imagination. And I think that was a pretty clever way to keep the narrative of the story going without it feeling stale after a while, with it just being him. I thought that was a very clever thing to have, like, these kind of people that have already died, you know, kind of resurrected from the dead and kind of walking him through. And they even acknowledge that what's his name, Tim Agassi says to him, like, oh, you think covering your ears is really going to do anything, you idiot? We're inside your mind. Yeah. And I love that. It's great.
I know. And then when the girl's like, go ahead, Goran, just eat me, it's fine, like I was like, damn, like,
yeah, that was
it would tell me. I was just like, man, so many things were just like eerie, dude, and the music went with it good too. Like it had some good, I don't know if that was violin or some synth noises, but they were so like deep and eerie, and it made the flow go good. And without Trimagassi's and Goran's banter in the beginning, I think the movie wouldn't have gone so well either. Like they really had to do that part in the beginning well, because that's where it starts.
Yeah,
and then you get like the bits and pieces unraveling. But yeah,
absolutely
you got
agree.
Any more takes on this subject?
I think I agree with you. I think had their chemistry been off, it probably a lot of people would have fallen off this ride. But because those two are so good together and play off of each other so well, like complete polar opposites, and you know, and for a while it seems like they become very close, and so it affects you more when shit goes down or whatever, and you know what I mean, and then I feel like you're willing to take the ride. But yeah, I agree with you that the beginning of this film was done so masterfully that you're like, all right, let's fucking see what the platform has to offer.
Yeah, dude, to be honest, that Trimagasi could have, I don't know if he really liked him or he felt bad, because he did say, oh, you brought your book, I bought my fucking what is it called, the fucking
Samurai Plus.
Yeah, that's a sick name for a knife. And that's why I think it's dystopian, because that knife seemed like some weirdly high tech where it doesn't lose its sharpness, and he kept scraping the walls.
It was a fucked up like sushi knife that looked like you could gut someone for real.
Yeah,
like without any hesitation. That's why I was like, oh shit, like I don't trust him with this shit anymore.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Did you guys feel like it was gonna go into cannibals like that, like straight up, or not?
I thought it was a possibility, but you can't really. You never really can gauge where how far a movie's going to go, like in depravity, the way that it does. James?
Yeah.
No,
I wasn't expecting it to go. I mean, I thought somewhere down the line it would happen, But I wasn't. I mean, that guy was kind of already creeping me out, so I kind of figured at some point he was going to be the one to try to do that. And then just the scene where he like finally like, oh, I have to let you sit for like a week or two, so that way your impurities kind of go out of your body, and then I'll start eating you. He's like, but don't worry. He's like, but I can't pretend to be your friend anymore, so I have to I'll just call you my little snail from now on.
That was so disturbing, dude.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck? And he's like, it's okay, little snail. And then, like, when he's like the ghost version of him, like haunting him, still calling him a snail.
Yeah, dude, he was, stop calling me that. I told you, stop using my word.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Dude, that was so
good banter.
Fun, like, great dialogue. Where he's just like, well, obviously, like, I've been here for a few months. That's pretty obvious. And it just keeps going like that.
I like this film so much. I just hope, like, I know there's Snowpiercer, but I hope they don't old boy it and just say, fuck it, we're going to Americanize this and then make a movie, you know what I mean? I just hope they don't do that. Like, I have a feeling they will, dude. I don't know why. I feel like they will.
So you did you watch the Spike Lee Old Boy?
And I didn't, dude. And I just couldn't get. You know what? I did watch the intro, and I just was like, nah, this ain't for me, dude. I just couldn't do it, man. I don't know. Old Boy is so good, and I just had to stick to what I know. You know what I mean? Did you enjoy it? Like, would you say it was a tie, or? Oh,
definitely not a tie. Like, the OG will win forever, in my opinion. But I did watch it. It's decent. But I know Spike Lee and Josh Brolin were really pissed because the studio changed some huge things that I think would have made the film a lot better. And that's why, if you notice when you watch it, usually in a Spike Lee film, he'll put in the beginning, he's infamous for putting a Spike Lee joint, like that's his stamp of approval. And for this one, it just says a Spike Lee film, and that's specifically because the studio fucked with what his cut of the movie. And so he's still, to this day, unhappy with how the movie came out.
Yeah, I think I got to dive into it further and just full on watch it. I can't judge like that, but I know in my heart that Old Boy is it just hit differently, dude. And it's Korean too, and Koreans make awesome movies, dude. And I just think, like, for Spike Lee to jump on that, I mean, he knew what he was doing, but I just think that I just gotta maybe I shouldn't judge it so harshly, and then try to enjoy it.
I mean, it's got Elizabeth Olsen is in it. She plays the daughter, which is
shit,
she's great. Yeah,
I mean, I can't be too interested in that,
yeah. Because
yeah. But this for me, this movie was dope, dude. Like. And I just love that I have this friend of mine, like, recommending these movies when they drop on Netflix. Like, he's just like, oh, watch this. And I'm like, all right. And I take the dive, It's just a simple dive of, if you watch it and take the time, you never know, you'll find the gold from recommendations from other people in other countries, dude. Like, that's what happened to me. And I was like, yo, I got to recommend this to the podcast. And then here we are. We're doing the movie topic, the main focus on it. So yeah, dude, I thought that for me, if I was to rate it, it's definitely a 9 in my opinion. I wouldn't give it any much less. What would you guys rate it?
I have to say probably I'd probably be on around the lines of Chris giving it like an 8.5. But it definitely is a really good watch, and I'll probably recommend it to a lot of people if they haven't watched it yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
nice.
I would say an 8.5 because it teeters on. It's not necessarily. You don't have to necessarily look at it as a horror film, and I think that actually opens up the audience. That it's like a palpable film for a lot of different people. I don't think it's too crazy. Like, it does some wild stuff. Like when the dude is when the black dude's trying to get up to the top tier, and he's like, yo, like God sent me, and he said you two are going to help me, and it's this couple that are above them, and they say, all right, we'll buy it, like we'll help you, and they, you know,